Sales is not just about selling the features. In fact, it's a very, very emotional thing. When you buy something, you want to buy something that moves your heart and makes you feel emotional, makes you feel that it is something that makes you feel touchy. Welcome back to another episode of Davidson Alast. Today, I will talk about two examples how you can incorporate what we talked about previously, which is the triggers on pushing people to buy things, to help us to convince people to buy the great product we have so that it can improve their lives. Now, we'll first start by talking about the classic example of all time. Why would people buy Apple but not Samsung? Or why is the Apple brand more recognized versus the Samsung phone? People don't just buy functions. Of course, it's assuming that the function shall work. If it doesn't even work, they will just forget about it. But assuming that the functionalities are similar, it all comes down to which brand touches their heart. And when people choose Apple, they like the emotions given by, say, Steve Jobs, that they want the product to be used by any users with no complexity, that every single user in the world, whether you are good at computers or not, that you can use a very simple product. And the insistence on making something simple and with clarity is just what makes Apple valuable, what makes the brand amazing. And people buy into that emotions. Assuming that you need a vehicle, you see a customer coming in to want to buy a vehicle from your dealership store, and how would you be able to sell to this person? Well, here is an example on how you can touch this person's heart. Hi, John. You're really in a great spot here because I noticed that you really like this Porsche vehicle. Now, just to let you know, this same model is being driven by Arnold Schwarzenegger and lots of other popular actors. Now, why? First, it has an amazing motor. A really great and amazing motor that has at least 360 horsepower. And this motor is a limited edition. And now look at the shape of this vehicle. That curve, it is a very, very rare design from the Porsche family. And because of that, this is a very limited edition that they only have about 100 units available in the world. And in Latin America, this is only 2 of those 100 units available. And this one that you're looking at is the last one, because the previous one, it already got sold when it got released. Now, what would the customer think? I actually used two factors in my sales pitch. Now, the first thing is this. Status. By saying that this same model is driven by Arnold Schwarzenegger, what that means is even people of high status, like popular movie stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger, even he's driving it. And that immediately helps him to think about, wow, so if someone amazing like Arnold Schwarzenegger is also driving it, then if he buys, he will be like them. That helps to raise his status. One of the triggers we mentioned previously, that people will buy if they feel that it helps them to raise the status, be respected by people around. And right after this, then I talk about facts. Now, this vehicle holds the really, really limited edition of an amazing motor from the Porsche family that has 460 horsepower. This is a very, very limited edition. And now the world only releases 100 units of this vehicle. And there were only 2 left. And the first one already got sold a few days ago. And this is the only one remaining. Now, we also come across a few other triggers. Limitation. Something is rare. This is the last one. Are you going to buy? Also, this is a really rare from this family. So, by using these facts, bundled with the status, you're seeing how powerful that makes the sales pitch becomes. On the other hand, if you only focus on the hard cold facts like, oh, what's the weekly payment going to be, or how much is this vehicle, you know what, if they only think about money, they don't have the emotion, they wouldn't have the emotional attachment to give them that push to buy. Money is important, but it's not really the most important motivator when it comes to giving people a reason to buy. And in fact, lots of people actually have money. When they walk into the store, they already have money. But you gotta give them the reason to buy. And that reason is from their heart, that emotions, that amazing, the rush of adrenaline that makes you feel like, oh, you know what, I can get, if I get this, I'm just going to be at the next level. I will be, you know, my status will suddenly become this amazing person. I'll be like a part of the elite. You have to give them that reason to believe that. This is going to be the second example I'm going to give. Now imagine I am a real estate agent and you come to me to want to buy this amazing mansion that's currently that I'm trying to sell right now. Hi Sam, you know what? The moment you contact me about this, I just want to deliver this great news to you. Now, this mansion actually is right in the neighborhood where lots of these Hollywood stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, where they live. in this neighborhood, there are lots of, it's just a really amazing neighborhood with lots of amazing stars and also very good schools in this neighborhood. Now, you mentioned that you have a family with 2 daughters. Now, if you move into this area, your daughters will be definitely benefiting from this amazing education system in these schools. And last but not least, in this neighborhood, this is actually the only mansion that becomes available. Mainly because it's not so much just about whether you have money to buy or not, but it's like kind of like a once in a million years of chance that because of the sad reason that the previous owner passed away elsewhere. That's why now this becomes available, and previously it wasn't. And in this neighborhood, this is like a really good location that is on just one right now. If you lose this chance not to buy now, you won't be seeing something very similar. Now, similar to the previous example, I'm using the status to attract the buyer. That this neighborhood is also lived by very amazing superstars and very amazing good school system, and that quickly raised the status of the buyer because he wants a good life for his daughter, and education is a really important part. Last but not least, we introduce that this is a very rare opportunity because this is the only one mansion available in this whole area. That's why buying is not simply just about money or cold facts. It's also about, it's in fact over 60 or 70% of the reason why they buy from you is because of the emotions attached. Today we introduce why it is important not just to use cold facts to capture your customers. It's about your heart. Give them a reason to buy, and that reason is the emotions that makes them feel that they are attached to it. It is that amazing feeling that makes them buy from your business. Let's give them a reason and let them benefit from what you can offer from them.